if you might have seen some movies, those movies shows courtroom pictures. Okay, that means some cases were going on and some fight or quarrel was organized and which was solved in the court. So that is the picture of our Indian judiciaries. Let's hello and welcome viewers. Let's start with the judiciary. If a quarrel is organized, if a quarrel happens, or if some kind of dispute arises, we used to solve it in the courts. Okay, so let's begin with our Indian courts were divided into Supreme Court, High Court and District Courts. Okay, and these, what are these, we will go through. Before that, you must have to learn about the three departments, that is the legislature, executive and judiciary of India. What is the legislature? The legislature makes law, whereas the executive executes the law, implements the law. And if you see the judiciary, judiciary checks whether the laws were implemented properly or not. If the laws were not implemented properly, then punishes the guilty. So that is about the three departments. I hope you all know that. So judiciary is the body concerned with upholding the law. It upholds the law. Okay. So High Court and District Courts. Supreme Court is the apex court of India. High Court is the second court, that is within the states you will get it, and District Court also you will get it within the states, districts within the state. So we will discuss about the structure of the judiciary first. As I have already told you, it is the apex court, it is the highest court, the second one, and the third district court, subordinate court. So if a person is having a dispute, then he will first go to the district court, that is the subordinate courts, and then he will go to the High Court, and then he can go to the Supreme Court. Okay, that is an appellate jurisdiction that we will talk about a little bit later. There is only one Supreme Court within India, but there are many High Courts within India. Why? Because there were different states, so within different states there were different Supreme Courts, but there were some states which share a particular Supreme Court, like the Punjab and Haryana. The states of Punjab and Haryana shares a single High Court. Okay, that is the Chandigarh High Court. Then they were having district courts. So let's talk about the Supreme Court. It is the highest court in India with Chief Justice as its head. It has 25 members at present, and it can be increased with the help of the Parliament. Now 25 judges, out of 25 only one will be the Chief Justice, another 24 will be appointed with the help of the Chief Justice. Chief Justice will recommend the President of India for the appointment of another judges of the Supreme Court. Let's look at the qualification. He must be a citizen of India, he must be expert in law, or he must be a High Court advocate for minimum 10 years of experience, or he could be a High Court judge with 5 years of experience. That is about that. Now let's look at the term of office. The term of office is fixed for 65 years. Okay, within his term of 65 years, he could be removed from his position only and only if he is found guilty in misusing his own power. Okay, so that is the process of impeachment. It can be done. Now powers and function of the Supreme Court. So powers and function of the Supreme Court, there were three types of jurisdictions. That is the original jurisdiction, the appellate jurisdiction, and the judicial review. So what is that original jurisdiction? Within original jurisdiction, we can go to court, Supreme Court, the apex court directly. Actually, what happens, if some cases happen here in our local region, we cannot go directly to the Supreme Court, but there were some ways through which we can reach Supreme Court. That is like a dispute between the central government and the state government. Then we can go to the Supreme Court directly. If there is a dispute between two state governments, then also we can go to the Supreme Court. and if there is any infringement of fundamental rights, that is violation or exploitation of fundamental rights, and then if there is any dispute over the interpretation of our constitution, then also we can reach directly to the Supreme Court. Then the next point, that is the appellate jurisdiction. Within appellate jurisdiction, if a person is not satisfied with the judgment of district or high courts, then he can directly approach towards the Supreme Court. That is appellate jurisdiction. And here in the judicial review, advisory jurisdiction. Advisory jurisdiction is like Supreme Court advises the President and the Council of Ministers regarding particular issues, and this is not binded. Okay, the President can listen to the issues or follows the issues, or he can not. Okay, because it is not binding that President must have to listen to the Supreme Court's advices. Let's talk about the judicial review. So we have discussed about original jurisdiction, appellate jurisdiction, and advisory jurisdictions. Now let's talk about the judicial review. Judicial review, here the Supreme Court is the defender of our constitution and even the fundamental rights. So if somebody is exploiting the fundamental rights, if somebody is having some kind of problem with the fundamental rights, then the Supreme Court issue writs. What is writs? Writs is a legal order. Okay, writs is a legal order. Writs is a legal order to do or not to do. Okay, it's a legal order to do or not to do. Okay, it can be given by the Supreme Court. Supreme Court for issue writs. It is a legal order to do or not to do. So that means some particular issue is there, so you not have to do that, so the writs will be issued. If something is not doing, you have to do that, then again the writs will be, so that it writs meaning a legal order, what to do and what not to. That is then if there is any law or policy made by the government that is not in accordance to not in accordance with the text of intention of the constitution, can be declared illegal. This is known as judicial review. That means the court can order compensation of the victims and punishment to the offenders. So any law or policy which is made by the government or created by the government, but it is not beneficial for the people or some particular group of persons or villagers, then what will happen? According to the judicial review, the court will declare that particular law as illegal and provide compensation to the victims. Now, court of records. What court of records? Supreme Court is also known as the court of review because anything happened there is recorded. So that is called the court of records. The contempt of court. Contempt of court is like the Supreme Court has the power to punish anyone for contempt of any law court. Okay, even he can punish himself. Okay, for the contempt of court. So for contempt of court, if you would like to understand properly, then you could see on your book within 1990s, a person called Kalyan Singh, the then former Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, what he had done, he filed a petition that he will not allow persons to break the mosque. Okay, a particular mosque, the name is given there. That is, he will save the mosque anyhow, but he was failed to do so, as he filed a petition that he will save the mosque, but he was not able to